T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the
I would say encouragement and support, especially during the time the loss of Mother Timmons. Our bishop was there and his wife was there and the church was there for us doing the whole thing. What stands out the most is the night that he stayed to 3 o'clock in the morning to be with myself and Dee, and that's the main thing, the really sounding thing for 2024 is how he encouraged and supported through that situation.
So how you gonna take mine? So he took mine. That's so unfair. So I'll end up with that part or whatever, but what he said so true. But I think for us, or as a couple, we've never had the example of what it looks like to work together as a husband and wife. So outside of them being our like spiritual parents, that we always say they're our spiritual parents, but sometimes when you see, and I'm not talking about anybody else's church, but in other churches and things of that nature, I always say I would like to see the example. And so I would see the wife and the husband be separate, and that's just not how they operate. So they always teach us when we're going places, take your husband, take your wife with you. And I think that's key because we've learned how to work together. We have since opened up our business, which we had been talking about and just kind of toying over that for a while, but you can't give them an idea and think that they're not going to drag you to your purpose. And so I appreciate that because it's almost like put your money where your mouth is. So if this is what you said you're going to do, then this is how you're going to do it. And so even today in church when we talked about getting prophecies and things of that nature, people have prophesied to us about having businesses and things of that nature, but never have given us the ingredients or the information or the instructions to do it. And so it's just a lost prophecy. So I appreciate them. They know, I said this in our last video, they know a little bit about everything. And so you would hear Bishop, I call him Dad, say this all the time. No, I may not know how to do hair, but I can tell you how to run your beauty parlor. No, I don't know how to teach people how to drive, but I can tell you the different things and tools that's going to get you to that millionaire, billionaire status. And so those are the things that I have just been appreciative to, because we've been in churches. I've been in church my whole entire life, and I've never had a pastor, an apostle, a bishop, or any of that take the time to do those things with us. They get right down with us. Anything that they ask of us, they have done, and so they model that. And so for me, that's huge. So in my everyday life and just being a parent, I also do the same thing of modeling, those things with Bryce. And so if I say this is what you need to do, I model those things. And so that has been, for me, not just for 2024, but just the whole time. I think we've been here for right before COVID. So 2019, yeah, right before COVID. And so again, working together as a couple, showing each other how to love each other. And when he mentioned in reference to my mom, just being able to know that I'm gonna be okay. I didn't think I just losing a parent is just like losing your whole self, a limb, like learning how to walk again without having that limb. And so watching Bishop, watching Dad, and watching Pastor Yolanda really just kind of take us through that whole process, because we don't have a big family. And so I'm like, who are we going to look to do these different things? And so to see them push us and say that there's still life after this, and all the things that she sacrificed for us to have the things that we have now and to live now, and those generational curses that she was concerned about. Like, I believe that she was the sacrificial lamb, and that the cancer and everything stopped there. So I just didn't think I was going to be able to live again after that. So watching him at night, and I think it wasn't 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. He stayed there. It was probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning before he left. And I have pictures, just taking pictures of him putting his head against the wall and just sleeping. And even before the church service on that Sunday, he came before service. And I'm looking at him like, Dad, like, you got service. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, shut up. I know what I'm doing. We're going to still have church, but I had to come here first. And so I told him this, my sister concurred. I just don't know if I could have done it without them. So we appreciate them. We love them. They're going to have to kick us out. We're going to continue to follow the instructions. We know where the Lord resides. We're not saying that other churches don't have Jesus and where the Lord resides. I'm sure he resides there as well. But for this house, for this house, we're going to be right here. So,
and also he has the key to the numbers to make your business successful. And most people don't have that. They can talk about it, but give you the actual numbers and steps to where to put them, how much to put here, and this will lead to this. It's just something that you've never experienced before for me.
And my thing is, once you get that and you know you have that person in your life, we don't make any moves without, you should move in silence and some things, but anything that we do, if it's anything about buying a car or any of that, we don't make any moves without dialing their digits first and saying, yo, what should we do? Should we buy it? Should we lease it? Should we do this? And they always put the numbers down on the table to tell us what makes the most sense.
Yeah. So if you're ever with him, he start doing this on the table, that's what's coming.
100%.
How about your husband snap it? Hey, snap the day.
Here again, watching him. If you notice, I did it just like he will do it. You know what I mean? You have to keep the same temperature of the house of the leader. So that's why I did it the way I did it today.
And it's so funny that you said that, because in the beginning he would tell you he did the 7 last sayings and things of that nature, and him then versus now, you have to sound like the person that is feeding you, and he sounds just like our dad. So I was proud.